Hi all, John here. Recently, my World of Warcraft Dragonflight guild was having a conversation in Discord about, oh man, these UI and add-on providers. Oh no, this one got bought out by these guys and they suck, and I don't have this going on, and I don't have that, and blah 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 blah. And the long and the short of it is that there's a lot of middlemen out there who essentially do provide some level of tools that help manage your add-ons in World of Warcraft Dragonflight, but ultimately they're kind of needless, and you can do it in a real quick and easy way. And it kind of brought to mind, hey, there's no guide out there for how to go about getting add-ons, managing them, keeping them up to date, and keeping yourself humming along in World of Warcraft Dragonflight. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Right now, we are going to be using the Windows 11 operating system. So first things first, where do you go to get them? I like to go, personally, to the #1 mod resource out there, which is moddb.com. Underneath this primary header navigation, you're going to see the add-ons, and then we're going to click on Popular just below that. Now, after we click, we're going to be greeted with a page here. It shows their whole list of games. Like I said, these guys know their stuff. And we're going to come down here, and you can see their full list, but we're going to click on World of Warcraft, and then click on Search. Again, lots of stuff going on here, but we're going to do one that I like to use. I need to go ahead and update it anyway, which is OnRaid. The long and the short of this tool, this add-on, is it lets you just kind of dive in to the combat logs that are humming behind the scenes, and lets you say, oh, hey, this paladin hit this warrior with a flashlight, or this bad guy hit him with a melee hit. Basically, it just allows you to easily see anytime health is added, anytime health is taken away, and who did what. Basically, it allows you a quick and easy way to improve at the game in real time. So here, we're going to see the Download Now button. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to right click on it, and we're going to click on Copy Link Address. Now here's a key bit of information. We're going to paste this into a new tab, but quickly we're going to be greeted with a white screen. We need to right click on this link and copy the link address and close that tab. Now, that'll become apparent why in a minute. Again, we don't want to become wholly reliant on these tools, these sites, for their downloading and installation capabilities. We want to make sure we're able to do this on our own without any third-party interference and without any dependencies that we're going to have to use and be beholden to, and oh no, they updated. So Windows 11 operating system, we are going to keep this nice and simple. We are going to open up a quick instance of PowerShell. So the first thing we want to do is set up, hey, we're going to go ahead and get this puppy downloaded from that repository, and it couldn't be simpler. All we're going to do is invoke some global variables in this instance of PowerShell, and the first thing that we're wanting to do is set up the URI for where we're going to get our download from. So we are going to open up that quotation or that string value. With that opening quote, we are going to right click and then cap that bad boy off with a closing quote. That is going to be the download endpoint that we just grabbed. And then the path variable is going to be where we're ultimately putting that. So we want to put this in the add-ons folder that WoW comes installed with. It's kind of the endpoint for all of your add-ons. So anytime you're doing this is the exact same place that you'll put them. It can be hard to remember the full path string, but luckily we can just start typing program files, and as we're going through these, we can just hit tab to auto-complete the string for us. So x86, then world, we can hit tab there of Warcraft, underscore for retail, and then interface, and then add-ons. And that's going to be where these things live. But we need to give it a temporary file name because we're downloading a zip folder. So we're going to call this onraid because that's what we downloaded, right? That's what we're about to download. Onraid.zip. Now, we got to go actually do this. We have to invoke the web request, right? Which is actually the name of the function that we're going to call right now. So we're going to say invoke web request, and then what are we going to give it? The URI parameter with tech URI there, and then a little URI, and that's where we're invoking the global variable we set up earlier. Then another dash for the next parameter, which is the out file, or what we're calling this thing, and that's why we set up our path earlier, because that's where this thing is going to live, and the name of the zip folder it's going to live within. Then you just hit enter and you'll see, boom, it has went and grabbed it. So now we have got that file. Let's go ahead and give it a quick check on so we can see, oh, yeah, it actually did go and grab that. So we're going to go to Program Files, x86, same thing here, World of Warcraft, Retail, Interface, Add-ons, and then we'll run the dir command, and sure enough, look, there is our onraid.zip. So now, what's the next step? Well, we got to take it, we got to extract it out of that zip folder, because that's where all the goodies are, and we have got to get it put into our actual add-ons folder. So it's very similar, but we're going to be using a different invocation of a different method here. So first thing, while we're in this folder already, we kind of call the expand archive zip folders, also known as archive folders. And then we're going to feed this a parameter called the literal path, right? Now, where's our literal path? Hey, it's the same one we did earlier, bud. So we can just give it that path parameter, and then we can say, hey, what's the destination path? And we haven't set this to a variable, so we can go ahead and just give it one more time. C Program Files x86, World of Warcraft, Retail, because we're not playing Classic, Interface, and then Add-ons, and we're going to just put it right there. That's going to extract that folder from that .zip into our add-ons folder. Cool. So now if we run dir again, we'll see right there, there is the onraid. If we go to that onraid folder and hit dir there, sure enough, there is all the Lua files, all the code necessary to run that add-on. So now what we can do is double check to see inside of WoW, did this fellow work? And we can scroll down there and see onraid installed just like we'd hoped. All right, that's all there is to it. All right, thanks so much for all your guys' time. I appreciate you viewing the video with me and learn a little bit more about what ultimately is a pretty simple process. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.